Good evening, everybody. It's the Pepper Wolverine again. Good Friday evening, and we're over here in lovely Willowbrook, Illinois. Trying to put the camera where it wants not to be for some reason. Sorry about that. And we're here hanging out with some Gnarly Pods. Gnarly Pods is a company put up by John Varady. I put up a couple of reviews recently, some pods he sent me, and he obliged to send me a couple more. And we got a couple of those right here. Some nice big pods. Something called the Jumblies. The Jumblies is a wartryx unknown cross. Supposed to be something pretty hot. 17. It was mixed with something. It's hard to say what. I'd say whatever it was took over the majority of the physical characteristics of the pods, because they don't look like a wartryx. They look like a big habanero or a 7-pot, more like a habanero. But they have a little bit of a bumpy texture to it. Breaking out into wanting to be a 4-lobe pod. Almost a 5-lobe actually, predominantly 4 to 5. So we have 2 Jumblies here. One in each hand. Who wins? Who wins? If we're gonna box, who wins? The one without the label. Looks like it's probably the bigger of the 2 pods. So, all good. Other than the fact that this is a Gnarly Pods cross, don't know much more about it than that, other than the fact that it should be a wartryx cross. Knife was left pretty wet. I'm cutting that open. That's a pretty floral flavor. Almost has a ghost-like internal placenta. The walls are wet. Lighting in here where I'm sitting right now in my house might not do justice to this, but the walls are wet. Put it on there on the angle. You're probably kind of yeah, you can see that. Got a pleasant aroma to it. Floral on the knife taste from some of the juices left on there. Quite a bit of glistening going on in the internals of this pepper. My lighting's not gonna do much for that, but glistening quite a bit. A little bit of a fruity floral, more fruity than floral though. Nice placenta heading down into the extensions. It's a thin-walled pepper. A little bit thicker than thin wall, but it's not a medium by any stretch of the imagination, so. Pleasant aroma. Pretty good sized pod too, for chomping down on it anyway. Yeah, it's a lot of pepper. It's got a reminiscent, juicy fruity flavor of a habanero. I eat a lot of habaneros. That's my passion. That's where I started. Just growing tons of different habaneros. This has a juiciness in the flavor of like a habanero, but a significantly higher heat level than a habanero. But yeah, actually, really, I think there's habanero somewhere in this cross. It's hard to get that juicy, fruity flavor or nature without having habanero in it. So, I'm not sure what besides the wartryx is in this cross, but it reminds me of the juicy fruit potential of a habanero, but the heat is just, it's high. It's already kicked in pretty hot. Just got all the pepper down, and the heat's kicking in pretty hot. Hard and fast. Salivation all around the mouth. I could probably just like drool on the floor actually. But a great flavor though. Hold on, I gotta let the dog out. Excuse me. Still here. Just letting the puppy out. After the juicy fruit flavors rolled over the tongue, I immediately got some, I think it was something very similar to the wartryx heat level. Starting to attack the tongue, good heat level, spreading out across the width of my tongue, coming back a little bit. Nice tongue burner. A fruity flavor. A nice fruity flavor with a hell of a kick on the back side of it. It's almost like the heat's kicking the fruit flavor forward. Salivating quite a bit, which is maybe that's why I'm catching the fruity flavor, because it's a great fruity flavor, but a good amount of heat. A real good amount of heat. Jumblies from Gnarly Pods is don't take it lightly. It might not look this specific pod might not look very scary, but should definitely carry a warning sign. Slightly wrinkled skin. Nice big pod size. Awesome flavor. Cross between the wartryx and, I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it's a wartryx habanero. Something kicked that heat into the next level. Been eating quite a few wartryx recently. I got a pod from Steve Baylor, and been eating those and loving them. And they're pretty hot, but this is actually a little bit hotter. Whatever is in the cross kicked the heat level up a little bit, and also made it a little bit more juicy, which I'm really digging. I like it. It's a fruit forward flavor. hell of a heat kick on the backside. The Gnarly Pods-Jumblies is a pleasant surprise. I honestly didn't think it was going to be this hot, but it's a nice heat level to it. No sweat, nothing like that. No ear alarm fire, ear alarm fires, but full on mouth tingle coming back in the esophagus, working its way down a digestive tract. When that hits the stomach, it might open up a little bit and make you think twice about eating it. Maybe not. I like that pepper. It's a good one. Like I said, for me, the Jumblies is a wartryx cross. It doesn't look like it has much of a wartryx genetics in it, but heat-wise, for sure. Really nice fruity flavor to it. Wasn't bitter, wasn't floral. That heat's worked its way all the way around the mouth. A pleasant, enjoyable mouth burn. It's a good pepper. I like that. The Gnarly Pods-Jumblies is something you should add to your garden for sure. It's got a heat level around a little bit higher than a ghost, and a flavor off the charts. It's making me salivate all over the place, making my tongue glisten, making my just taste buds explode. Loving that, the Jumblies. Thanks, John. It's a great pepper. Really like it. Yeah. Take this one and cut out some seeds, and I'll put this one on the 19 grow list as well. I thought I was going to scale down the 19 list. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Happy Friday night. And if you're not enjoying the Gnarly Pods, you should be, because they're pretty darn good. Thanks. We'll do this again soon. Take care.